Zillow's become the king of online real estate in this country. If you wanted to know what a home was worth or find listings, their site is the place to go.
Real estate's back. Zillow is a buy. Don't worry about cannibalization with Trulia, who they acquired.
The house went on sale this Tuesday, and since then, the Zillow ad has had more than 385,000 views.
Selling a home, that can be one of the most stressful things that you do in your life, but now there's a new option that lets you sell your house as is with a click of a button.
Today, the company debuted its program known as Zillow Offers, a way for homeowners to receive instant, no-obligation cash offers on their homes.
We've been talking all week about Zillow. Yes, they are planning to buy homes, renovate them, flip them, sell them for a profit.
It is driving buyers to Zillow, the largest real estate website. On average, more than 142 million users a month find information on more than 110 million homes nationwide.
Hey, I'm Joe, and in this video, I'm going to reveal to you how I and just a small handful of my students have been quietly partnering with Zillow.com, making more money than we've ever thought possible, with just a laptop and a smartphone from anywhere in the world, and how you can do this too. I call this exclusive technique the Z code. It does not require any money, does not require any credit, does not require any risk, does not require any experience, does not require any advertising budget, does not require a real estate license, does not require you to manage properties, and you can live anywhere in the world. This is probably my biggest real estate flipping strategy breakthrough in years, and I made this presentation just for my subscribers and a few friends, so I will be taking it down very soon. So listen very carefully, because unless you know what the Z code is, I have some very bad news for you. Everything you thought you knew about real estate flipping has changed, and those who don't learn to adapt are going to get left in the dust. Here's why. The mainstream media has been reporting heavily in the news that Zillow just announced that they are getting into the house buying business. This was reported in the New York Times, HousingWire.com, and GeekWire.com, even Forbes and Bloomberg. This story even made its way all over the cable news. So in other words, the entire world knows Zillow is doing this. The program is called Zillow Offers, and it's already been changing our industry. This is bad news for some real estate entrepreneurs, especially if you don't know about what the Z code is, which I'm about to get to. Real estate investors are worried that they will not be able to compete, and real estate agents are not too happy either. As a matter of fact, in a recent interview on Fox Business, a real estate agent actually said this on live air. Watch and listen closely.
Samantha DeBianchi with DeBianchi Real Estate is with us this morning. Samantha, you don't like Zillow buying homes and flipping them, and you don't like them because it interferes with your job as a real estate broker. Am I right?
Yes and no. Well, first off, my big question here is, what exactly are they going to buy these homes for? Because that can really change the real estate market in those locations where they're buying, in Phoenix and in Vegas. If they're basing what they're buying these homes for off of Zestimates, we've got problems, because you know how Zestimating works? You put a bunch of numbers in a hat, you close your eyes, you pick one, and that's what a Zestimate is. I mean, the CEO of Zillow himself sold his home 40% less than what the Zestimate was. So it's a little bit crazy.
Obviously, she wasn't too thrilled about Zillow competing with her business. And to be frank, if I didn't know about the opportunity I'm about to reveal, I wouldn't be too happy either. Because here's the bottom line. The way that investors and flippers do business has changed. Just to give you an idea of how massive it is, here's a search trend chart of Zillow versus all the other big-name housing websites out there. Before I reveal to you about how this shift in the real estate industry for people like you and me is actually a good thing, let me tell you a little bit about me and what I actually do. I'm the CEO of Chamberlain Holdings. I'm currently flipping houses in 6 different markets. I haven't physically looked at a house in over 8 years. I routinely close deals while traveling across Europe with my wife and kids. I've personally closed hundreds of deals. I've flipped properties in multiple markets, and I've trained, mentored, and coached thousands of real estate entrepreneurs, people just like you, all over the country, in every state and just about every local real estate market. I've mastered every single real estate strategy you could possibly think of. There isn't a single market in the U.S. that you could name that I'm not on a first-name basis with at least one full-time real estate investor in that market. My point is that I have a very big bird's eye view of what's actually happening in real estate today and what it takes to succeed in this ever-changing industry. But do you want to know what my biggest takeaway from all of that is? And is the main reason why I created this video to begin with? I'll tell you. Everyone is chasing and making offers on the same deals using the same old marketing tactics. It doesn't matter if you're going after short sales, bank-owned foreclosures, motivated sellers with equity, probates, deals from other wholesalers, deals from other real estate agents. In every single market, using every single strategy, it's always the same story. While most real estate investors and wannabe enthusiast investors are all chasing the same real estate deals using the same old methods or spending thousands of dollars in upfront capital on expensive direct mail campaigns for motivated sellers, which is also extremely competitive, my students are getting more leads than they know what to do with and closing more deals by essentially having Zillow pay for all of their upfront marketing for them. This is what's actually happening. Over the past year, Zillow has already started buying in 13 different markets and telling everyone in the media, which not only drives up their stock, because remember, Zillow is primarily in the online advertising business, but also drives up the amount of people that list their houses for sale on Zillow. Now, whether Zillow stock goes up or down, it's completely irrelevant. If their estimate gives accurate values or not, it doesn't matter to me in any way whatsoever. And whether Zillow makes any more money flipping houses or not, I don't actually care. It doesn't affect my business either way. So while all the other wholesalers and rehabbers out there are too busy trying to compete against Zillow, who is overpaying for properties and changing the real estate market, my students and I are taking advantage of the increase in the amount of Zillow listings on their website by closing deals that most investors would just throw away. You see, in most cases, homeowners end up going to Zillow website and either realize that Zillow doesn't actually buy in their market, or they do but find out that Zillow won't pay enough for them to cover their existing mortgage on the house because they have little to no equity. The seller is stuck. They've exhausted all options trying to unload this property to an investor, including Zillow, who is overpaying. And the idea of paying an agent 6% to sell their property retail doesn't sound too promising either, especially considering that at this point they owe about what the house is worth. The house is becoming a financial burden, and they just want the house and the problem to just go away. So they do the next best thing. They post it for sale or for rent by owner for free on Zillow, hoping that a retail buyer will just come in and pay retail for their house. But in most cases, it never comes. Just how many people are out there that are in this situation? Take a look at these search results on Zillow that took me mere seconds to pull up. Zoom out even more, and there are more deals than you can imagine. Look, it's important to realize that there are way more motivated sellers out there with little to no equity than there are motivated sellers with lots of equity. Let me repeat that again for you. There are way more motivated sellers out there with little to no equity than motivated sellers with lots of equity. It's not even close. These are all deals that most wholesalers and rehabbers run across every day that they just throw away. Most investors don't know about what I'm about to reveal to you, so pay close attention, because I'm about to explain to you how all of this works. A typical day of a wholesaler involves finding a good deal, putting it under contract, selling that contract to a cash buyer, and collecting an assignment fee at closing. Most don't have enough equity to make sense for a cash buyer to come in and just pay cash for it. The reason I call them throwaway deals is simple. 90% of wholesalers just throw these leads away. Most of them don't realize that they are throwing away an absolute gold mine because they don't realize that some of them can be resurrected. This is where the opportunity for smart investors like us comes in. So listen up. This whole situation with Zillow has created an opportunity much bigger than I or any one person could possibly handle. So what I decided to do was teach this lead gen formula to anyone who wants to learn it. It has allowed my real estate business to earn an average assignment fee of $5,000 with properties that are supposedly too expensive without having to buy or own them. Wholesaling lease options. Now, lease options are nothing new, but just in case you're not familiar, Here's what it is. A lease option contract allows a tenant to rent a property for a period of time and gives them the option to purchase the property. However, here's what most people don't realize. You don't have to be the tenant. You can simply flip or assign that lease option contract to someone else who wants to rent it, a place that they can eventually own for thousands of dollars of upfront cash. Or you can stay in the middle of the lease option deal and negotiate with the seller a good rent and then rent it out to the tenant for a higher price so you get a piece of the monthly rent as cash flow. And as you'll discover, this is much easier than you may think. It's truly a dream strategy if you want passive residual income without the risk of owning the asset. And we do deals like this all day long. And remember, you can negotiate lease options to pay you in 3 ways: cash now, cash flow, and cash later. Cash now is an upfront deposit, usually around $5,000. Cash flow is just a piece of the monthly rent, maybe $300 a month, $500 a month. And then cash later, when the tenant buyer closes and cashes you out. Remember, you now have the ability to do deals with new or expensive properties that wholesalers and fix and flip guys simply can't do. However, there is a sweet spot price range to look for in each individual market on Zillow. That's an absolute home run. Let me show you how we determine which seller listings on Zillow to go after and which ones to avoid at all costs. The secret is to go for properties that are not too luxurious but not too cheap either. Your jackpot lies somewhere in the middle because that's where the majority of home buyers look. Most people can't afford expensive homes, but they don't want to live in sketchy parts of town either. Just like any business, you want to go where most of the hungry crowd is, and this is where you'll get the best lease option deals by far. To find this sweet spot in any city in the country, first you need to find out the median price range. Then you combine a bell curve with my standard deviation formula to find the middle of the road price range for any chosen market. This may sound like Greek, but I can promise you that a second grader can do this math. The final step is to run a quick search for properties listed as for sale by owner or for rent by owner in the sweet spot price range you've determined, and bingo, that's it. There's really not much else to it. Your only job after that is to contact the seller and gauge their interest in possibly leasing out the property and then selling it to you later. And from our experience, an average of 1 out of 10 properties that we contact on Zillow express an interest in doing a lease option with us, even if they're only slightly discounted and the property owner has no equity, which is unheard of in today's real estate market. You still don't believe me? I was once a skeptic too. I get it. Here's just a few of the several hundred success stories from my students. Joe, take a look at this check with a deposit and a fee for a total of $6,750 out of a Zillow for sale by owner. I sent a quick email to 30 buyers, 2 contacted me. Thank you, Joe, from Yoyander. I have a couple of checks, the initial deposit of $1,000 and a cashier's check for $2,000 when we closed for a total of $3,000. I'm pretty happy with it. I would highly recommend this to anyone. Thank you very much. Eddie. This is from Deanna. Just closed my first deal. I want to say thank you to Joe McCall. After only 2 weeks in the course, I was able to get a $10,000 assignment fee. So grateful. It's only the beginning. Simply put, if you want to have the best chance of closing deals, wholesaling lease options from Zillow is currently where it's at. And this is why I created the only program that lets you do deals with publicly listed properties that no one else wants. It's called the ZCODE. The ZCODE formula works even if you've tried endless strategies to wholesale and flip deals with no results. You still haven't done a single deal. You've been told houses listed on big sites like Zillow and Trulia don't have any money in them. The idea of selling or pitching scares the heck out of you. You won't have to. Your credit is bad or doesn't even exist, and you don't have a ton of money lying around to invest in properties. You don't have a realtor's license? Not required. You think you've tried everything, been to every scammy free real estate seminar, and had a terrible experience trying to do a deal. We've broken down the entire system in just 4 simple modules. The ZCODE digital training program is a simple 4-step training course that equips you with everything you need to find lease option deals every month. It's not a very long course filled with fluff or filler material. You can complete the course in just a few hours. It's just 4 video training modules, 1 step per module. I give you all my word-for-word scripts of what to say and, more importantly, what not to say, plus my exclusive one-page lease option purchase agreement. This priceless document would cost you more to have an attorney draft than the price of the course. I was originally going to sell this program somewhere between $1,000 or $1,500 or more, but you're not even going to have to pay anywhere close to that either. Because believe it or not, I'm not actually selling this course for the money. Now, don't get me wrong. I like making money, but that's not why I'm releasing this course. We're opening up the doors for our students to partner with us if they choose on doing deals together, which means we get more deals done with your help. That's why I don't mind letting people learn this strategy for next to nothing, because I know some of them will want to partner with me on their big deals. And that means today you will not be paying the retail value of ZCODE digital training, not even close. This system has helped countless folks just like you find hundreds, if not thousands, of qualified seller leads and do triple the amount of deals than most wholesalers can. So it should be no surprise that the ZCODE sold by itself is valued at $494, but you won't pay $495 either. Your total investment today to get instant access to the training program right here, right now, is just $97. So to get instant access, click on the button below. You'll be transferred to our secure order form where you'll get instant access to all 4 training modules right now. You'll also get the following bonuses when you sign up right this second. You'll also receive my Wholesaling Lease Options ebook. This is packed with insider tips for finding ready and willing sellers, doing successful marketing that saves you time and money, and a step-by-step process for making offers. Plus, you'll get 4 case study videos with students who have recently closed deals using Zillow, including the $2,000 an hour flip, behind the scenes of a $4,000 Zillow deal from 2 hours of work, the FSBO system, how to face your fears and scale from newbie to seasoned pro with an army of Zillow cold callers, the $55,000 sandwich, inside the Zillow sandwich lease option deal, netting $775 a month and a massive future payday. Low-hanging leads, why Zillow is the cheapest and least competitive lead source for a $25,000 to $30,000 a month cash flow investor. This bonus alone is valued at $297. Next, you'll get our ZCODE Insights, a walkthrough of our covert data analysis tool. This is a bonus training that shows us software that we use to give us a ton of useful info for analyzing markets and other stuff. It's truly next level advanced stuff that will separate you from the pack. You'll be playing like a seasoned pro, virtually guaranteeing your success. This bonus is $197 value, and you can see why. And finally, you're going to get our free templates, scripts, and forms. These are the exact messages, emails, and letters we use to run our investing business to tremendous success, including word-for-word text messages to sellers listed on Zillow, the exact email messages we send to sellers, our proven-to-work direct mail letter templates, including letters we send to Zillow rentals and also Zillow for sale by owner listings, and even cold call and ringless voicemail scripts. Everything is written out for you word for word on what to say, what to send, and have all your bases covered. You'll no longer be afraid of being stuck or figuring out what to say to sellers. This bonus is truly priceless. However, it's valued at $349. So there you have it. Those are the free gifts we're giving to you today, but only if you decide to sign up now. Click the Add to Cart button now. You can literally be cashing your first check within your first month or 2. All you have to do is follow the ZCODE formula. The reality is that a select group of lease option wholesalers are making a fortune right now doing this, and you will be too very quickly. But just to set your mind at ease, I'm going to let you try this out risk-free. Try my system out for 30 days. If for any reason it doesn't meet your satisfaction, which it will, simply drop me an email and I will personally refund your money. It's that simple. You have nothing to lose and only your personal freedom to gain. So again, just click the Add to Cart button below and we'll get you started on the road to financial freedom right now. As simple as it sounds, a proven system that will expedite your real estate business is the number one thing currently separating you from success, and the ZCODE fills that need. Look, if you're still here watching this, it shows me that you really want this, and it means you can feel what it'll be like to actually have this kind of money coming into your bank account every single week and every single month. So as you're sitting here watching this presentation, you really only have 3 options right now. You can take option 1, which is to do absolutely nothing, and leave this page right now, continue to surf online, watch the news, and get mad about stuff. And you always feel that dread in your heart and in your gut, that nausea that you get when you're counting down the moments when you have to get up and go to work, and stay stuck facing that dread every single weekend for the rest of your life. Or you could take option 2 and take what you've learned here today in this video and try to do it all by yourself and try to get out there and start flipping houses on your own. But you know what? Honestly, if you try to do this without really knowing what you're doing, the odds are you're going to lose whatever little you have now. And that's just the honest truth. Because there is a right way to do this and there's a wrong way to do this. And you and I both know that if you go out there and try to do this all by yourself, you're probably not going to see the results that you want. Or you can take option 3 and risk absolutely nothing by enrolling in the ZCODE now. Start going through the training modules immediately within minutes and find your first lease option deal in 30 days or less. Which one do you think is really your only good option? Remember, those who know you, all your friends and family, and those who depend on you, you owe it to yourself and to them. Be bold, take action, make the money you've always dreamed you could. If not now, when? Simply put this powerful, simple, and easy 4-step system to work for you. This may be the last opportunity because I will be taking this video down very soon, so don't miss out. Click the Add to Cart button now.